All right. Well, a very good Sail Talk Saturday to you. I'm not even going to tell you what time of the day it is, just because we're all in different time zones anyway. I am so happy to be here. It is another week that has flown by. Look at all of the information that's now showing up onto your screen. We have a cruise in 4 days. I know it's kind of strange. Mark is currently on a cruise to be saying we have a cruise in 4 days, but that is the truth. We have a cruise in 4 days, and we have our first ever group cruise coming up in 14 days. That's 2 weeks from today. We are so excited. Y'all are going to have an absolutely amazing time. We have a lot of different surprises in store for you. And I think for those of you that are joining us for that group cruise, you're going to want to sign up for our next ones after that. I'm just going to leave it right there. But before we get any further, I do want to let you know we do have a special guest that's going to be joining us today live on today's feed. Can you hear me? Are you ready to get put onto the screen? Oh, okay. I'm getting a thumbs up. Well, here we go. Let's see who it is. It's Mark.
Hello, Rocky, and hello, everyone. Welcome to Sail Talk Saturday from the beautiful-ish Carnival Liberty.
Ish. I like how you had to throw that in there. Ish.
I'm just eating my lunch here on board, and it's quite lovely.
What all is in there? It's just chocolate chip cookies?
These little baby chocolate chip cookies that are my favorite.
Now, where did those come from? How did you get those?
So guest services sent them to us. Unfortunately, Dee Dee did not sleep very well the first night.
Oh.
I slept like a baby, which is unlike me because I am very sensitive to sounds.
Yeah.
But the ship just came out of dry dock not too long ago, and the air conditioning fan was not installed correctly, and so it just slammed against the wall the entire night.
So are you the first guests to sleep in this cabin?
We are not, but apparently, we have no idea. The AC has not been functioning all week on board, and so it's been a very hot cruise. We always joke when Darcy, Dee Dee's sister, when she sleeps outside of the covers, something is wrong because she on typical cruises sleeps in a sweatshirt and requests extra blankets, and so they fixed it right away. I mean, literally maintenance was here within 2 hours. He said this is a very common issue post dry dock, and so they fixed it. And we've not had the banging all night long. And so as a gesture of goodwill, they sent Dee Dee some cookies.
But they're at least good cookies. They taste okay.
They're delicious. They're those ones that we got in that casino package. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're so good. And I also got this, which is lovely. I don't know if you can read that.
You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can switch you. That's okay. Hold on.
Okay.
There.
Can you read that?
To Mark and Dee Dee, I hope you're both having a fantastic week here on board the Liberty. Lovely to see you on board again. Love, Lucy. Aw, Lucy. Lucy's from the Playlist Productions cast.
Yes, we've sailed with Lucy before. So she sent us cashews and blueberries and covered raisins. It was yogurt covered raisins. Lovely.
I remember that little tray.
Yes, I do as well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay super long though, because I'm going to go see Lucy and the rest of the Playlist cast perform in The World Works Here in their final show.
Yay.
I know, right?
How much longer is this Playlist cast on board for, do you know?
4 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 sailings, 4 cruises.
So we're going to just miss them when we get on board in October.
We will. We will have a new cast, but that's exciting because we will see who we know from that new cast.
That's so true.
Oh man. Okay, so awesome. I am here on Liberty. Sorry, I don't know if you can see this. Sorry, the steward has not been here to make up the bed yet. I'm just going to wave to our friend Terry the Pterodactyl. Hi, Terry the Pterodactyl.
I'm going to turn off my camera so that everyone can see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Hold on one moment. I'm sorry. I'm new here.
I can't get too close to the door because the Wi-Fi does not work on this side of the stateroom. But it is a rainy, wet day here as we head back to the port of New Orleans. We should be entering the Mississippi tonight around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Everything will shut down and we'll be entering the Mississippi. And so we'll make that journey through the Mississippi all night long. But look at what a classic Carnival stateroom this is. Joe Farkas touches like this lamp right here. Look at this. Doesn't this scream Carnival? Look at that pink border that goes all the way around. Well, so they fixed the air conditioning, but the vent is now missing. But that's fine. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to the holes in the ceiling. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Rocky, you can come back. Where'd you go? Oh, can I show you Dee Dee's drawer? Can I just? Well, I'm not going to show you Dee Dee's drawer. I just want you to listen. That I don't know if you lovely. Can. I don't know if you. That's Dee Dee's drawer that she opens every morning at about 7 a.m.
Good morning.
It's noontime. Okay, we haven't been getting up at noon. Ooh. Okay, sorry, Rock. Back to you. Who's here?
That's okay. Nope, we've got quite a few people that have already signed in. So let's go ahead and make our rounds to those that have chimed in with their greetings. Starting with Lisa B. She was one of the first ones in. She joined about 7 minutes before we went live. She said, good morning, everyone, and happy Sail Talk Saturday. Hey, Lisa. Happy to have you here and happy to have you as part of our second group cruise. Thank you so much, Lisa. We're so excited to finally get to meet you in person. It's going to be great. Oh, Mark's having his green beverage.
I got this in Key West. I got this in Key West just for Sail Talk Saturday.
I wonder if, who is it, Craig that usually comments on it? Or is it Eric Maxey? I can't remember. It's one of the two of them.
It's delicious.
Bud is here. He said, happy Sail Talk Saturday, everyone. Mark did post a message. Hello from the beautiful Carnival Liberty, everyone.
Second.
Sandy C is here. Happy weekend, everyone. I'm going to work today, so she won't be able to chat. That's fine, Sandy. We're still happy to have you here. And if we catch you in the replay, even better. That's fantastic. Bud did say hello to you, Mark, by the way. So, Mark, say hi.
Hi, Bud. A kid just slammed on our door, pounded on the door, and they did a dine and ditch. They did a duck and ditch. They did a duck and ditch.
Oh.
They gave me a little duck with a yuntle. Or a hat.
That's a hat.
Isn't it cute?
I'm turning up my brightness on my screen. I'm sorry.
He's got look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's got, oh, how do I do this? He's got sunglasses.
Wait, where did his hat go?
He's got sunglasses and a coat. I wish you all were here.
Can you all tell that Mark is bored?
Stop it. I am not bored. I am glad
you're hanging out in your cabin on a sea day. Come on.
Well, I wanted to see everyone. I've been missing everyone. I didn't get to join you last weekend. How was last weekend? We haven't even talked about it.
I know. We haven't really talked a whole lot. Everything has been business, business, business. My gosh.
Yeah.
Y'all, Mark calls me this morning as I'm getting ready for the live stream, and he has me pulling quotes for different cruises. I'm like, Mark, I'm trying to get ready for a live stream. I don't like having to rush these.
It's a sickness. It's a sickness.
Last Saturday was great. We had a really good turnout, and after the live stream, we went right into our full review of but our deck walk of the Carnival Festival. And no, that wasn't the festival. Okay. What was last Saturday? Festival was Wednesday.
I don't know. Sorry, and then I promise I'll just look. Okay.
Oh, you got a little white duck with a funnel on its back. Interesting.
Right? It's a 3D printed duck with the Carnival funnel built in.
Did you find it or was it left for you?
Isn't that cool?
Nice. Anyway, last Saturday was really good. It
was good. Awesome.
Everyone missed you.
Aww.
Blake is using a different counter than I am. He's saying that there's 15 days until the group cruise. Blake, can I share this with you? I'm gonna go into my shipmate here. I'm counting 14 days.
But scroll. You have to swipe.
It's 14 days and 23 hours, but let's go with 14 days. That sounds so much better than 15.
That's 15 days.
14. Either way, we're going to see y'all in
Blake,
2 weeks. It's
thank you
going
for
to be a
being
great
here.
time.
It's true.
Blake also said to be sure to hit that like button and also be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Blake, for that. We always appreciate you. Brian Shell is here. Good morning from New York City. Now, Mark, I don't know if you
Brian
saw
Shell.
Brian's messages last night. It looks like Brian might have gone to a Lady Gaga concert.
I couldn't hear it. I couldn't get the audio, but I saw the video. I could play the video, but I couldn't play the audio. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, looks like it was a pretty packed house, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Or afternoon. Yes, Brian. Yeah, that's we'll take whatever you want to greet us with. Eric is here.
Yes.
Good morning, live from the Norwegian Joy, headed to Juneau. Juneau, where he's going.
Oh,
look,
please,
look.
yes, Rocky, yes.
I knew. Oh, Golden Girls.
Oh no, different.
It is
different. Jerry and Nilu and 1,000 other people.
1,000 other people, all the workers, everyone. Yeah, so you'll be in Juneau tomorrow. You're following the exact same itinerary that we had on the Joy. You sail away on Friday, and you're in Juneau on Sunday, and then in Skagway on Monday, and you know the itinerary. I don't need to go through it. That's exciting. Hope you have a wonderful time in Alaska. What's that, Mark?
Fun fact, I was on the treadmill yesterday, and I was watching the Port Insider channel. Okay. And they were doing an inside passage feature. And so we went to Skagway, we went to Juneau, they went to Mendenhall. They actually took a seaplane to a place that does a salmon bake. I took a bunch of notes while I was on the treadmill.
Did you really? You were productive.
Pictures. Yeah.
Picture notes. I got it. Blake is celebrating the countdown hype. Yeah. Patrick Conroy, good afternoon from Philadelphia. Hey there. Brian wants to know, is it Hero?
Where is Hero? Yes, I want to know too, Brian. Hero?
I don't know where Hero is, actually. He's either, I'm going to guess two options. Either he's in Paul's room under his bed, or he's in his pen. I didn't have a chance to look because Mark had me so busy getting ready for this live. That I couldn't take the time to look around and see where he was. You're welcome. Vince Las Vegas is here. Happy Saturday to you, Vince. So good to have you here.
Hey, Vince Las Vegas. Good to have you here. It's been a minute.
It has. Kimberly is wishing us a happy Sail Talk Saturday. Thank you. B said, hey fam, sailing on the Norwegian Escape in 16 days for an 11-day cruise. That's amazing. Hoping for some group cruise videos from you guys to get to me through my sea days. Yes, to get her through the sea days. Absolutely, B. We're gonna do our best. You better watch out.
Hey, Rocket. And not just us. We're gonna ask everyone. We're gonna ask everyone to be sharing and posting and tagging and adding and all of those sorts of things.
It's true. Will G is here. Good afternoon to you, Will. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Gazoon tight. No? Oh. Thank you for muting yourself.
Thank you. Yes, you're welcome.
Bass Travels is here. Constantly booking more cruises isn't a sickness. It's a never-ending adventure. That is such a great perspective. I love it.
It's the never-ending story of cruising.
Aww. I don't have that theme song downloaded. I'm sorry. I can't play it. More cookies. Brian said, it's true. It was mayhem, you might say. Yeah, I'm sure that concert was a little bit of mayhem, but probably a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Bud said 7 days and 12 hours. He counts that as 7 days. He likes my answer. Thank you so much, Bud. Yep. So Bud is doing the back-to-back first cruise on the Islander. He's going to get everything ready for us. We already sent him the care package. He's going to make sure everything is all taken care of.
Thanks, Bud.
I'm kidding. I'm not doing any of that, Bud. But you are going to have a great time. You're going to scope out all the bars, the best drinks, but don't worry too much about it because we've got a lot of that already taken care of. And he's going to figure out who the best bartenders are so that we know who's going to take care of the group.
Hey, Rock, if you haven't already, could you do me a favor and could you drop ZJ a note with Bud's info so she can say hello when he's on board? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. ZJ is the amazing cruise director on board the Islander who is going... to make sure that we all have an amazing time.
It's so true. Yeah, it's this past week has been pretty busy on getting everything pulled together for that group cruise. I still have a couple of little loose ends. One of them has been finding a color printer that can print on tiny labels.
Oh,
All of the big players that do major printings like FedEx Office and Staples and those types of places, they can't handle the small papers that we're putting through the printer. So I'm trying to find someone that has a little color inkjet or laserjet printer that won't have an issue printing. I tried mom and dad, but their printer was not reading our labels properly. And so it was giving me no header, which I need a header on
oh,
my label. So issues that
here's
I
a
will figure out, but everything else has come along very smoothly. Mark, you'll be happy to know we have another order of bags coming. Those will be here on Tuesday. So that's exciting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know what those are, but okay, I trust you.
Yeah.
Oh, the little plastic things. Yep,
Yep.
the pouches, the pouches. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
everything is coming together. It's going to be great. It's just like I said, it's been a busy week for me. So
Awesome.
there
Great
we
job.
go. Lisa
Thanks.
S is here from Southern California.
It's been a busy
What?
week for me too. We've had last night we had the white party where we had drinks, and the night before we had Key West where we had drinks, and then we had Celebration Key where we had drinks. It's been hard being here on a cruise ship while you're there in Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm just sipping my coffee while you gloat.
We have actually had some great shows on board this week. We've had Vintage Pop, one of our favorites. We got to see Vintage Pop for the first time. Do you remember where we saw Vintage Pop for the first time?
That would have been on the Carnival Sunrise.
Yes, absolutely. And so if you've seen Vintage Pop, it's like that jukebox. Rocky always says it. Canadian jukebox.
Postmodern jukebox.
Thank you. I was close. Postmodern jukebox. That's kind of the style of the show. Super fun, and the motion picture, which is an epic show. And then America Rocks.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's all he's going to say about American Rocks.
All I'm gonna say about America Rocks. America does rock. The show is just, yeah. Okay.
It's okay. Bud said, bring it on. He's excited about the cruise. Can you tell? Now, we did get a big question from mom and dad, Mark.
Okay.
They said, hey, Mark, can you please tell me what motivates you to continue to cruise?
Ooh, good question. Good question. Probably the food. Probably the food. We've eaten very well, so the food on board the Liberty this week has been really good. I am not. I don't cook a lot for myself when I'm at home. We do a lot of eating out, and so when I'm on a ship, I love that experience. It ends up being cheaper than rent sometimes, I feel like, or living expenses, just being on land when you're at sea. But what motivates me, probably the people that we meet. Honestly, I mean, I joke about the food, but I do eat a lot of food. And this past year, we've got to figure out a new routine. But the people that we meet, we have made some of our best friends, some of the best friends of our lives we've met on ships. And we've sailed with them, we've stayed with them, we visited with them. And so that's probably my big thing. And then the food, the drinks, the entertainment, all of those are just kind of added perks. Rock, what do you think?
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think it's the food, the drinks, the entertainment is a big part of it for me, but also the experiences, the ports of call, the ship. There's so many different moving parts to that cruise vacation that just really speak to me. Everything is there within the reach, which is really cool. You go to sleep, you wake up, you're in a new place, which I absolutely love that. Especially on some of those more unique itineraries that you may not get to go to some of those ports of call very frequently. Far southern exotic Caribbean itineraries, Alaskan itineraries, and that sort of thing. I'm a big fan of nature, and I love being able to get out and check out what's going on in that area of the world and all that. So I really love it. And to Mark's point, meeting some amazing people along the way. We've met some great friends. People that we plan to maintain long relationships and friendships with, and just continue to grow and learn and challenge ourselves each day. And then that's just part of the fun of going on a cruise. And Mark's back.
Hey, Rock. Hey, Rock. We are sailing into this storm. and it seems like I am losing connectivity. So I think what I'm going to do is I have to drop in a couple minutes anyway. I think I'm going to drop while I can actually still say
Okay.
goodbye, if that's
Yeah.
okay. Are you good with
Yeah,
that?
and by the way, tonight, don't
You're
forget you'll be
covering.
sailing by the Carnival Valor as she is sailing out of Port of New Orleans. So while you're sailing the river, just keep an eye out for her.
Do we know what time
Like I
that's at?
said, probably around 10.
Oh, I didn't hear you say 10. Sorry. That sounds perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
When I leave, do I hit end stream or do I hit
Do
something
not
else?
hit end stream. In fact, no. Just close your browser window. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Good news, I'll be
Okay.
seeing you tomorrow in Orlando.
Yes, I'm super excited. We land around the same time, and so then we go to Star of the Seas, which I'm super excited about.
That's right.
We'll see how that internet holds up because we'll be going live we're going to try to go live from the ship multiple times. Although I think the internet is doing okay on Star of the Seas because did you see this comment that came through?
I did. That's one of my clients, Danielle Schenk. Right there.
Fantastic. From Star of the Seas. I tried to put it on the screen, but apparently I wasn't able to. So, okay, I'm going to the world works here. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your weekend. We'll be coming to you live again very, very soon. And
Wednesday.
so we'll talk to Wednesday. Okay. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, Mark.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Sorry.
All right. Then there was one. Oh. Well, I'm going to take this guy out. I don't need that anymore. All right. Let's get back into it. So, oh, let me turn that off. Danielle, you are on Star of the Seas. I'm so happy. I actually helped Danielle get booked onto that cruise. So hopefully everything is going well. You're having a great time. You got a decent cabin and everything is moving very easily forward. I believe today is sail away day. Fun fact, y'all, I was supposed to be on that cruise. I booked it and couldn't find someone to join me. And so I wasn't about to spend the money to do that cruise all by myself. So I ended up canceling it before final payment was due. And instead, Mark and I will be joining the second or the next showcase sailing that starts on Wednesday, the 27th. So Danielle, glad to see that y'all made it on board, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Tom is here. Hello to Tom. He did say hello to Remote Mark, and I'll pass the word along for you, Tom, as well. Patrick Conroy was at the Phillies game last night against the Nationals. How did it go? Who won? Tell us all the details. B has a quick question. Have you guys tried Cunard Cruise Line? Is it considered budget-friendly or upscale? Great question, B. I would say that the Cunard Cruise Line is a little bit more elevated of a price point. They do more traditional cruising, so they actually have truly formal nights on board their cruises, which means the guys have to wear a tux, the ladies have to wear an evening gown or something equivalent to that. And yeah, they kind of do things differently. They've got a real high tea in the afternoon, like a high English tea style experience. They have a grand ballroom where they do full-on ballroom dancing. Like it's a pretty serious experience. We've not tried them yet, but it is on our list to try within the next couple of years or so. We just got to find a way to fit it into our schedule. But yeah, we want to do Cunard. We want to do Princess. I want to take Mark on Holland America Line. He doesn't know that, but I want to take him there. So we've got several different options and things that we want to try to get out there and experience in the coming years. So we'll see where everything takes us. Okay, so we've got some pretty exciting stuff going on. Lots of cruise news. If you saw our post or our story on Instagram, there's been a lot of cruise news this week that's come out. And I wanted to kind of give you some insights as to what's been going on, starting with this most interesting announcement that was made by Margaritaville at Sea. They are now selling season passes. What? Kind of a unique experience. So they have two different levels. One of them being the Paradise Pass, which is a silver pass. And that one is going to get you exclusive access to Margaritaville at Sea Paradise sailings, And those sailings are the 2 and 3 night sailings. And it's for 2 adults in an ocean view style stateroom. Pretty cool offer. That one's going to come with $25 of casino credits. It's going to come with some onboard savings percentage discounts and exclusive booking bonuses. And that one's going to start at $799. And that is, let me pull this big here. That $799 is not per person. That is per couple. Yeah, soak that price point up. That's pretty wild. And then the other pass is their Ultimate Gold Pass, and that one is going to get you access to everything that we talked about for that Silver Pass, including the Paradise, as well as 7-night sailings on Margaritaville at Sea Islander. Oh my gosh. That is a huge deal. Again, we're talking about 2-person capacity, sailing in ocean view cabin staterooms, plus all of the same silver benefits, but they're elevated. So you get a better discount for retail shopping. You get $50 of onboard play money in the casino. There's upgrade offers if you want to go into a balcony. And the other cool thing about this pass is there's unlimited uses. So all of the dates that you saw on the right side of the screen are the blackout dates. Those aren't the sailing dates that you can choose from. Those are the blackout dates that you cannot sail. So essentially they're saying we don't want you sailing on any holidays because those are our busiest days that we have these ships filled, which of course that makes total sense. So this is a pretty new and interesting piece of information. Definitely a big change or challenge for the cruise market that Margaritaville at Sea is trying out. I'll be very curious to see how it performs, how long they're going to have these passes on sale for, because you never know what's going to happen with those promotions. But it's a pretty lucrative offer. I'm curious if anyone is going to take advantage of it that's part of this community of ours, the Sail Talk, or this cruise life community. Let us know what your thoughts are. We're curious to hear from you. It's probably going to be most beneficial for those living in Florida or those that are retired and have very flexible travel plans. In order to take advantage of this, if you are a pass holder, you have to call into their call center. You can't do it online. And you can only book it within 30 days of the sailing happening. So you can't book it in advance of, more than 31 days out. You can't call in 3 months out and say, hey, I want to see if there's availability and I want to use my sailing pass for that day at 3 months in advance. Additionally, you can only use one sailing per month, it's per 30 days. So you cannot have 2 sailings on the books at any time. You have to complete your sailing before you can do create the next booking. So at most, you can't do back-to-back, but you could do a skip cruise, depending on what the availability is and how things look there. So definitely a very interesting pass. It'll be, like I said, it'll be very interesting to see how things go with the sale of it. Keeping a close eye on it. Couple quick comments that came through. I do want to give a shout out. Helen said, good morning, Rocky. Tell Mark hi. Good morning, Sail Talk family. Helen, you just missed Mark. He was on here with us for the first 25 minutes or so of today's live stream. Bummer. I'm sorry you missed him, but I will definitely tell him hi. Connie's here. Happy Sail Talk Saturday. Lindsay, hi Rocky and Sail Talk family. Happy Sail Talk Saturday, just dropping in while dinner is in the oven. I want to know what you're cooking. Tell us everything, Lindsay. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Mom and Dad, are the passes good for back-to-back? And I just answered that. And Connie, I just stopped in, so I'll need to rewatch on this offer since I'm a Florida resident. Sounds perfect. Yeah. And Connie, we can talk more about it in 2 weeks when we're on board the Islander. Just saying, just dropping that in there. But yeah, no, it's going to be a very, very interesting promotion. I'm very curious how it performs. So anyway, okay, so that was the season pass. I'm like, I forgot that I created these little captions for everything. Moving on to the next one, Carnival is going adults only. So Carnival, you all know, they did this whole thing called Sea, sailings exclusively for adults. Carnival has released additional sailings exclusively for adults. They've added more to the calendar. The cool thing is they're all long cruises. Your shortest one is that Carnival Glory sailing out of Port Canaveral on March 2nd of 26. Everything else, you have a 9-day, you've got some 12, 13, and 15 days. Pretty awesome options there. Not having to sail with children on Carnival. Sounds like a dream come true. Brandy, actually, she's not chiming in today because she is on a sea sailing right now on board the Carnival Conquest. They're doing a 9-night Southern Caribbean itinerary going to the ABC Islands. We were talking about this when we were together on the Vista a month ago, and it sounds really cool. I'm really excited for her. She's going to give us a full report of what it's like. From what we understand, though, they've also combined the sea sailings with casino sailings. So it sounds like the casino got a little expansion into some other areas of the ship to accommodate all of those happy adults that are sailing on board. So yeah, pretty wild. Curious to see how that goes and curious to hear about the what that is like. Connie's excited for the group cruise. Yay. And her friend is on the Glory now. So the Glory is not doing a sea cruise right now. The Glory is just doing her standard sailings. But still, Glory is a great ship. That was Mark's very first cruise ship, in case you all didn't know that. A little cruise factoid for you. Lindsay is making pizza rustica. It is a sheet of puff pastry, and then you can top it how you want. Her favorite way in tonight's selection is to cube up eggplant and a block of feta cheese. I love that. That is such a cool concept. We'll have to look into it. Thank you for sharing those details, Lindsay. Appreciate that. Are we planning on going on a sea cruise? Daniel, that is such a great question. Let's see. Let's take a look at the sailing dates here. So we're trying to keep our January open, so that probably won't happen. February is also, we've got some stuff going on for February and March. I don't know that we're going to be able to make this current schedule, Daniel. But perhaps if they release any sea cruises mid-year next year or towards the end of next year, we might be able to try to make it onto one of those. But thanks for asking. That's a great question. Connie, it is a long, long swim if you want to go to Lindsay. She is way out there in a beautiful Italy in the Italian countryside. So we're going to go. Let's make it a plan. We're going to go. We're going to visit just before Mark and I head out on the Norwegian Luna for her inaugural voyage. So Lindsay, be prepared. We're going to come visit and we're going to try all things. No, it's going to be great. All right. So that is the sea. Oh, here's a fun article that came up this week. This was an interesting one. Y'all may have heard Carnival Panorama encountered a rogue wave, perhaps. So there was talk this past week. I think it was on Wednesday. The Carnival Panorama was sailing her standard Mexican Riviera itinerary. She's doing the 8-night ports, so that means she would be going down to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, La Paz, and Cabo San Lucas. So La Paz adds that 8th night for them. As the ship was departing from the port of Mazatlan, she encountered a very strange and unique. Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of really like this image that I put up here. This is as I was getting on in February. The ship encountered a freak storm, if you will, at sea, and it caused the entire ship to list. So it did do a list maneuver where the ship tilted off to one side as it was sailing. It caused a lot of plates and glasses to come crashing down from various bars and restaurants on board. A lot of the hot tubs ended up spilling out water across the decks, and unfortunately, that water also found its way inside and made its way down the stairwells and down into the lobby, believe it or not. So there was a lot of water flowing inside the ship, which is never something you want to see. However, the captain did come on and say that everything was safe. The ship was behaving as it expected during this kind of a situation. They only really experienced one major list, and then the ship restabilized and they were able to kind of get away from the storm, which was really good. So there were a few injuries, but nothing that was major. 2 people went to medical when they got to La Paz. They went to the hospital out there. But there was nothing critical. They just, I guess, maybe sprained something or had a little bit of an issue there. So anyway, definitely something to be concerned or to be aware of, but everyone was okay. Again, the ship behaved as expected, which is good. And everyone is safe. And the ship actually should be arriving back into Long Beach tomorrow to finish this 8-night sailing. So definitely, definitely a wild experience for everyone on board. You can only imagine what that would have been like for all of them. Let's see here. We've got some more comments that came through. Lindsay's waiting for us. Perfect. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Top ship on your list that you want to try out soon for the first time? Oh, Vince. Oh, that's such a good question. I'm going to have to think about this. I'm kind of, in my mind, I'm going through all the different cruise lines that are out there that we've sailed. And it's really hard to say. I mean, I really like some of the older, smaller ships that are out there. Carnival has a couple. I've never done the fantasy class with Carnival, and so I'm really kind of curious to try those out. The challenge with those ships is they're doing very short itineraries. They're doing 3s, 4s, and 5s, and I just don't like doing those. It's just a very different experience going on a short itinerary. Even no matter what the cruise line, it's just a short. It's a different experience. So I would say that those are probably at the top of my list. We're excited to get onto the Epic. We're going to rebook that for next year, the Norwegian Epic. It's an epic ship from everything that we've heard. Unfortunately, the Epic was kind of a black sheep of Norwegian. She was a one-and-done design ship for the cruise line. They realized that there were some mistakes in the design of the ship, and so they didn't put any more out. They actually went into a lawsuit with the builder, the designer, and so it's a pretty epic story about that ship. So that's another one that's kind of on the top of my list that I really want to get on. What are some others? Cunard, I would love to check out the Cunard ships, and I think a Disney ship. Don't tell Mark, but but I do. I really do want to check out a Disney ship and see what it's all about. My struggle with Disney is the price point. They are much higher priced. And so I'm trying to get through all of the trainings that Disney has to offer from a travel agent perspective so that I can get some discounted rates for us to get on board, hopefully. We'll see how that all looks. But those are kind of my top list items right now that I have. Thanks so much for asking that, Vince. That's such a great question. Not many people would think of that. So I do appreciate that. Oh, that would be terrifying for the panorama list. Yeah, that would be a little bit scary. But again, ships are not wanting to tilt. Trust me. The only reason that they're going to tilt is if they have a bunch of water that they've taken on, which you don't want that. Mom and Dad, any chance the panorama was affected by an engineering mistake and not a wave? No, there actually was absolutely storm that was happening. We've been on the panorama before, and the ship is great. It's a very stable ship. We've never had any issues with the ship listing or tilting or teetering or anything like that. The only thing that ship has experienced was a challenge with the propulsion systems, but that was all fixed when it went into dry dock last year. Yeah, last year. So no issues there. I truly believe it was just a freak rogue wave, something from the storm, the perfect storm, if you will, probably a gust of winds that picked up the ship and kind of pushed it, and then the waves kind of picked up as well. So yeah, there was definitely a lot going on that was working against the ship, but the ship managed to stay upright and everything was good. Daniel would want to try a river cruise. I agree. That's another great one. And you know what? We're going to talk about river cruises here coming up. Let me see. Is that next on my list? Not quite. We're almost there. We're going to talk about river cruises in a little bit, so don't you worry. Don't go away. Connie said that she would want to do a Disney cruise with us. Her sister wants to go next year, she thinks. All right, Connie, you've got yourself a plan. Let me do some research. Let me see what I got to do to make it happen. And we'll be in touch. We'll talk about it also on the group cruise. We have so many things that we have to talk about on that group cruise, Connie. We're going to make a fun time out of it. B said that she agrees with me about Disney. I do believe it'll be worth the cost. Me personally, I rather use the funds to explore an upscale cruise line, but if I could catch a Disney deal, I'm there. Right, absolutely. So agreed. And yeah, Vince, that's a great point. Vince and Daniel, you both hit the nail on the head there. I totally wasn't even thinking about river cruises. I don't think I would want to do a river cruise in the US though. I'd want to do like a Rhine River or do a Christmas cruise. They do those in the river cruises out in Europe. Those would be really cool. I've heard some great things about them. So yeah, definitely want to think about those options as well. Good call, guys. I love it. Just if we book it, that means that we have to have both of you join us, right? You're gonna come along with us. And the cool thing about those river cruises is they usually are adults only. So you're not going to have little rascally kids running all over the place. Now, the one downside for Mark and me is we prefer our inside cabins, and those river cruises are so small that they don't have any interior cabins. Everything is at least an ocean view, but typically they're going to be suites with balconies and all sorts of other amenities. Sorry, my eye is just bothering me today. But yeah, no, it's those are really cool. Those are on my list for sure. Thank you so much for calling that out, Daniel. I appreciate it. Will said that he had a rogue wave hit on their Alaskan cruise at the end of May on the Luminosa. Not as bad as the Panorama, though. Yeah, those things happen. Everyone was asking us. Actually, Mark and I were sailing on the Norwegian Joy in early August this year when that tsunami, that big earthquake hit just off the shore of Russia. And everyone was reaching out and making sure we were okay. Unfortunately, from our location, we were in Sitka that day, which actually is more on the outer banks of Alaska. However, Sitka is very, very well protected, and by the time any of the shockwave reached Alaska, it really had dissipated. And so we never felt the effects or saw any concerns or had to alter our course or anything like that. So everything was good. Those things do happen. It's a little scary and jarring, and a reminder that you're at sea. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look at what our next item is. Oh, as long as we're talking about weather, let's talk about some storm trackers. I like to do this during the hurricane season. So the good news is you can see Hurricane Erin no longer appears on the map. Hurricane Erin has dropped off. She has turned into a tropical depression. She is neither one of those items that you see on the map right now. The red X with the cone going northbound from that red X is just a tropical depression. There's some organized showers that are happening in that area and thunderstorms, but nothing so organized that it's turning into a storm. There is a chance that it could turn into a hurricane. However, based on the trajectory of the course, it's probably not going to do much in terms of impacting cruises, unless maybe you're doing a transatlantic cruise or if you're sailing to the island of Bermuda. Now, I didn't identify Bermuda on the maps. Shame on me. I should have put it on there. But it's right there kind of on the top left corner of that cone, that projection cone map. Now, that other disturbance area that you see in the yellow X with that yellow cone that stretches over Barbados, that is another area of disturbance that's happening right now. Now, that area, that one, they're showing it's not really looking like it's going to organize into something big. I know it's heading right for the Caribbean, and for those of you that are joining us on the group cruise, I am keeping a very close watch on the Caribbean to make sure we're going to be okay. As of right now, I don't expect any disturbances from that yellow one that we had on the map there. I think if anything, it's just going to turn into some normal Caribbean summer storms with a lot of thunder and lightning, but not turning into anything of a hurricane size. We'll keep an eye on it. Don't mark my word. I might be incorrect on that assumption, but we're going to keep watching it and see how things go. It all depends on the weather, or the water temperature in the Caribbean to see if it is conducive to that forming into a funnel. So that is your Caribbean outlook. Now let's take a look at your Pacific outlook. There is a little area of disturbance that's happening also off the coast of Mexico. You can see on the map I put where Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas are located. So it is south of all of the major cruise routes that are going to be doing a Mexican Riviera itinerary within the next week or so. Again, not really too concerned about these storms. If anything, it'll just present widespread showers for anyone that's sailing to those areas. There might be some localized flooding that'll happen on the shorelines. But overall, I don't expect to see very much of an impact from the cruises that are happening in the Mexican Riviera or the Caribbean. Your exotic Far Eastern Caribbean itineraries might have a little bit of a change to those routes. They may either not go to certain ports, or they may change the route completely to be a Western on the itinerary and some exotic spaces over towards the canal, Panama Canal in that area. Just going to have to stay tuned to your cruise line and see what they choose to do. Couple comments that came through. Howland, people need to remember Mother Nature is unpredictable. 100% true. Anything can happen when you are anywhere. You don't even have to be at sea. You can be at home. We had a pretty big thunderstorm that rolled through here a couple weeks ago, disrupted a little bit of our plumbing systems. Yes, here we go again. Some challenges with our roof and our water heater, but everything is okay. We got it fixed. No concerns there. We're all good. And Connie said that we call those rain with a name down here. I love it. That's a great outlook on it. All right, what do we got going on next? This next one, I'm gonna pull it back to just me. Try to do this, see if I know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so the next one that I got is Norwegian Cruise Line saw a pretty big shakeup this week. Their CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines, David Herrera, stepped down. He actually left the company pretty abruptly. It was unexpected for many people. We understand that there's been some challenges with a lot of their bookings and their financials. When you compare Norwegian Cruise Lines to their competitors, Royal Caribbean and Carnival, unfortunately, Norwegian isn't performing as strong. I would guess that there was probably some heat coming down from the top, from Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, which is the parent company of Norwegian Cruise Lines. So there was probably some heat coming down the line to see what David and his team could do to kind of ramp things up and get people more excited and book Norwegian sailings, and also increase onboard sailing, onboard purchases, because that's a big thing for cruise lines as well. And so I don't know if he just couldn't take the heat or if there was something that happened from the board of directors that said, hey, you gotta go. They're kind of being tight-lipped about it. However, in the interim, the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, who is Harry Sommer, who used to be the president of Norwegian Cruise Lines, he is the interim president overseeing the operations for the cruise line until they find someone to take that role over. So some big changes coming for the brand. I don't know how quickly it's going to happen. They've got a lot of stuff going on. They have a lot of things in the works, such as the expansion and redevelopment of Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. Plus, they have the Norwegian Luna, 2 other ships in that Prima Plus class ship. It's the Prima Plus Plus class coming after the Luna. And then they also have their 200,000 plus gross ton ships that are coming out in the 2030s. So definitely keeping an eye on that to see what's going to happen with Norwegian and who ends up taking to the helm of Norwegian Cruise Lines. So keep an eye on those headlines. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything as well. All right. Now let's talk about the river cruises. We started to tease a little bit about it thanks to Daniel and Vince. Let's see if we can get that pulled up here. Oh, come on, go back to this setting. There we go. Nope, we don't want to talk about hurricanes. Let's talk about Celebrity Cruises. Celebrity Cruises, y'all, they are doing their very first river cruise. I am so excited for this. If y'all have sailed Celebrity, they're a pretty awesome cruise line. They are a little bit more high-end. They cater to a little bit different of a crowd, but it's a lot of fun. They have a lot of really great things on board their ships. And they decided when they announced last year that they're going to be going into the river cruise segment. What? A cruise line is entering the river cruise segment instead of going the other way around. So Viking, fun fact, I'm going to pull it back up to me. Viking actually started in the river cruise segment and then went to ocean cruises. So a little bit of a swap there. But I am excited for this. So Celebrity has teased the announcement. They have not released any of the details yet about their river cruises. We don't know what day they're going to start sailing. We don't know what their ship is going to be, what their layouts are going to be, what their pricing is. However, right now, they announced that on September 3rd, which happens to be on a Wednesday, randomly, September 3rd, they are going to release the option for people to book their intent on a cabin. It's kind of an interesting way to do it. As of right now, the way that they're setting it up, it is based on 2-person occupancy. You do have to lock it in with a $500 deposit. That deposit is technically $250 per person. However, because they're requiring 2 people or a double occupancy bookings, it is a $500 deposit. What I do know is Celebrity River Cruises are only going to be sailing in Europe to begin with. Their ships are going to be smaller, just like most of your other river cruises out there, sailing with about 200 passengers, maybe. And they're going to have a very similar model. They'll have shore excursions planned out for the different ports. They'll have the all-inclusive package where all of your food is included. I don't know yet if they're going to include beer and wine like the other river cruises do. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on it. However, if you are interested in wanting to do a river cruise on Celebrity Cruises, please let me know. I can get you into that early access. Again, September 3rd. Just drop me a note. Send me an email. I'm going to pull this back up on the screen. Remember, y'all, I'm a travel agent. This is what I do. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. This is what I do for a living. I am here to help you out. So please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about booking anything. Don't book it yourself first. Please come to me. Let me help you out. I will get this taken care of. We'll talk it over and I'll give you all the details that I have at that time. We'll see if they release more details ahead of that September 3rd release date. While we're on the topic, I'm just going to throw my contact information on the screen. I know it's already there, but you can always go to thiscruiselife.com/travel to find out all the different services that I have to offer. Recently, I've added a couple of more shore excursion options. I have Viator. I also offer services through a company called Project Expedition. So they do a little bit more exotic style tours. So if you're sailing somewhere with a more exotic itinerary, let me know. I can help you out there. I also have booking capabilities where you can book your own with Viking and Virgin. And then don't forget, I also have Resorts for a Day. So if you're going anywhere in the world, I mean, Resorts for a Day is a huge global company. And they've partnered with a bunch of different resorts that offer day passes. And so you can go in and you can buy your resort day pass. Some of them will even include transportation from the cruise port to the resort, which is awesome. We love that. And yeah, so please reach out, Rocky@thiscruiselife.com, or head on over to our website to find out all of those services, thiscruiselife.com/travel for all of those details. All right, let's move on to the next thing. And thank you so much, Connie, for that amazing comment. I do appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let's see. What do we got next? Oh, this is the good one, y'all. Y'all are excited. First ever group cruise. Come on, computer, you got this. Hey, there it is. Islander time begins in just 14 days. Can we get an excitement there? Yes, we are so looking forward to this. We're heading out on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander September 7th. It's going to be a great 7-night itinerary. We are heading to the Western Caribbean, making a stop in Cozumel, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Grand Cayman. Y'all, we're in for a fun time. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to getting back on board the ship and seeing some of my favorite people, not just crew, but also the passengers, because y'all are coming on to this group cruise. It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Bud gave us a woot woot. Yes, we're excited, Bud. We get to finally meet you. That's exciting. Connie's going to be there. Blake, are you still online? I know that you were here earlier. Blake is going to be there as well as we're going to see Mom and Dad, but they're not coming on the main group cruise. There's a little surprise coming in there for you. Not going to talk about it right now. But we've got some really fun stuff going for you. So keep your eyes peeled. We're going to go live and we're going to have big instructions for all of you that are joining us as well to be able to tag us and to help spread the excitement for that group cruise. Because you know what? We have our second annual group cruise scheduled and we already have 3 people booked. And if I say so myself, all 3 of those people that are booked have actually joined today's live. Thank you so much to those of you that joined, that signed up. It's super great. We're really excited. We're going to be going out on the Norwegian Aqua on October 18th, 2026. And while Mark is not here, I will tell you that the day before we set sail is Mark's birthday. We may have planned it strategically that way, or maybe we didn't. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But we did release and lock in all of those bookings. So we do have rates that are locked down for inside cabins and balconies, double occupancy. Excuse me. If you are planning on sailing solo, triples, or quads, please reach out sooner than later, so that I can get you booked. We want to lock in the lowest rate possible, because those solos, triples, and quads are going to be at prevailing rates. So again, if you want to join that group cruise, here's the detail. Nope, that's not it. This one. There you go. Hit me up. Send me an email, rocky@thiscruiselife.com. Connie, I did see your message just come through. Yeah, we sent out an email. What day was that? That would have been Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Sent out an email to everyone that has already signed up for that second group cruise, saying, hey, here's the prices. Everything's listed. Go check it out. So yeah, go head on over thiscruiselife.com/group cruise for all of the details. We've got everything lined up right there for you. Will, what's going on? You're going on the wrong ship. Here's the cool thing. If you want, you're sailing with Norwegian. Those deposits are fully refundable, and you can cancel that booking and move it over to our group cruise. You know you want to. I'm just giving you a hard time. Please, it is up to you if you want to join us for that group cruise, but we are going to have another blast. We're going on board the Norwegian Aqua. It is going to be an amazing sailing. We went on that cruise ship in May of this year, and we absolutely fell in love. And we said, you know what? This is such a great ship, such a beautiful, beautiful sailing and design. We want to take more people on it. So please join us. Lisa B said, party for Mark on the Aqua. That's absolutely true. That's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate Mark for that cruise. And then Connie, yes, go check your emails. Hit me up. You don't even have to worry about your emails. Just go to thiscruiselife.com/group cruise. Make it easy for you. Just go to our website. Everything is right there that I shared in the email. I do want to comment real quick that we did announce that there was a cruise first discount that they were doing, and unfortunately that has expired. However, that will be coming back. So Connie, don't worry if you wanted to do that cruise first. If you don't already have a cruise first certificate with Norwegian, we'll get you taken care of once they come back on sale. I will keep my eye on that. We'll send out more emails saying, hey, if you want to take advantage, it's back on. Let's do this. Let's lock it in as quickly as possible. So yeah, keep an eye on those emails from me. They'll be coming always they'll be coming from rocky@thiscruiselife.com. Anything regarding your cruise that you want to book. Now, what won't come from rocky@thiscruiselife.com is our newsletter. Sign up for our newsletter if you haven't done that already. thiscruiselife.com/newsletter. We make it easy for you. We send out monthly newsletters. Sometimes we'll send out 2 in a month, but that's the most. And we promise we will not sell your information. Your email is staying tight-lipped with us. So we're not going to do anything with it except for use it for sending out our newsletter. That newsletter will come from our info box. So this way you know exactly who's sending it. Sign up. We've got lots of really cool things going on in that newsletter, including some new information that may not be shared on our live stream or elsewhere otherwise. So don't miss it. All right, what else do we got going on here? The very last thing that I have to talk about, of course, let's make that switch happen. We are going on to the newest cruise ship in the world, Star of the Seas. That's right, y'all. Mark and I took a sailing on Royal Caribbean in 2021, December of 2021, and it was on Harmony of the Seas. Harmony is a big ship. Y'all, we were shocked at how large Harmony was. We got off of the Mardi Gras, went over to Harmony, and we were like, whoa, this is a big ship. Now we're getting on to Star of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship, weighing in at over 230 gross tons, carrying, the ballpark of 6,000 passengers when all the beds are filled. Yep. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting cruise, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a jam-packed 4-night cruise. We've got a lot of stuff going on over those 4 nights. You better believe it. So what's happening with us? We are going to fly over to Orlando. So I will be getting on a plane tomorrow to fly there. Mark gets on a plane tomorrow from New Orleans, and we will both be converging and meeting in Orlando. We're going to stay at our friend's place for the first couple of nights before heading out to Port Canaveral for that cruise on board Star of the Seas. So it is going to be an absolutely amazing, amazing time. I'm really looking forward to our sailing. Um, it's going to be overwhelming. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to have to capture in a very short period of time. And we're normally used to doing these types of sailings on a 7 or longer night cruise. So bear with us. There's going to be a lot of content coming to the channel to celebrate everything that's happening on board Star of the Seas. Again, a quick look at what's going on there. Star of the Seas coming to life August 27th for a 4-night showcase sailing with a stopover at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Fingers crossed that we have a better experience at Perfect Day. Last time we were there, it was a not so perfect day at Coco Cay, unfortunately. We had some issues with weather. We had rain. It is the Caribbean, so I mean, it's gonna happen. I don't know why Celebrity was still showing. There we go. So yeah, we did have some not so great weather when we were there, but you know, we made it work. Everything was okay. Our cruise director was the one that unfortunately didn't hype it up very well. He said, "I hope you have an okay day at Coco Cay." And we're like, "Man, come on. This is brand new. You should do better. Do better with your branding. If you're gonna call it Perfect Day at Coco Cay, then celebrate that it's called Perfect Day at Coco Cay." To answer your question, Will, yes, the Aqua will be out of Miami. So the Aqua will have just completed her New York sailings to Bermuda. She then comes down the coastline, and I think we're actually on the very first 7-night itinerary out of Miami. We're going to be doing a Western Caribbean itinerary if everything stays as planned, which means that we're going to be heading over to Roatan, Honduras. We'll be doing a stopover at their exclusive destination, Harvest Cay, which is in Belize, followed by Costa Maya, Mexico, and ending in Cozumel, Mexico, before coming back up to Miami. So that is that group cruise number 2. Y'all have stuck with me for an hour. Can you believe it? What a great Sail Talk Saturday this has been. It's really been a pleasure sharing today with you all. I give Mark a hard time, but really, we love having you here. It's such a pleasure to get to see all of your happy faces, even though we're not physically seeing you smiling. We know that you are. We know that you're laughing along with us. We know that you're here having a good time. I will tell you, we do have some stuff that we're working on from video's perspective, of course, aren't we always? We are working on our Norwegian Joy full review. We're hoping that will come out to the channel within the next couple of weeks. We have a full review from Resilient Lady that still has yet to go out. It's been a busy spring and summer, y'all. It's been a real big challenge for us to get all of these videos out because we've got so many other cruises intermixed there. But right now, our big focus is going to be on Star of the Seas. Meanwhile, in the background, I'm working on our Islander group cruise. Y'all, we've got a busy, busy fall coming up in front of us. Several more cruises ahead that we've got to get prepared for. And in fact, I need to go pack. Yeah, I've started staging all of my things, but nothing is officially in a suitcase yet. So I think that's probably what I'm going to be spending my day doing, is getting all of my items packed and put away and in preparation for my upcoming cruise or my upcoming travels to Orlando tomorrow. So stick around. I can tell you on Wednesday, we will be going live from Star of the Seas one way or another. We do have the internet package, the Vroom, I think they call it, or Voom internet. So we will be coming to you live multiple times from onboard Star of the Seas, including multiple different Instagram posts and posts to X and anywhere else that you might see us, as we've got all of our socials listed on both sides of the screen for you right there. So if you're not following us on any of those social plant channels, please go check us out. We're over here on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. Don't know what we're doing, but we're still using it. And then don't forget about X, TikTok, and Blue Sky. I just posted a fun little TikTok yesterday about getting coffee from Java Blue on the Carnival Vista. Did you know that you can order in the app? It's pretty exciting. So I did a little video from our Vista sailing in July and finally got that updated yesterday, or uploaded yesterday. Well, y'all, I think that is it for us here on this beautiful Sail Talk Saturday. We are warming up very quickly here in the beautiful Phoenix, heading up to about 103. I think it actually increased to 106 today. So yeah, that's going to be something. Helen, that is such a great question. Did Mark ever improve his cannonball technique? You know, we're actually going to be staying at our friend's place that we did that cannonball from. You might recall after we got off of the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. No, that would have been after the Aqua the last time. So I will definitely, I'll be working with him on that and seeing if he can get better at doing that cannonball. Thank you so much for bringing that memory back to life here, Helen. That was a great laugh for all of us. Vince, oh my gosh, you are amazing. Thank you so much, Vince. I am so appreciative. I will share that with Mark for sure as well. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and throw this video up for you because we love you. Thank you so much, Vince. Thank you. You are amazing. So much appreciation for you. Really, truly, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Vince. And yes, again, Helen, I'll work with Mark on his cannonball. Maybe we'll see if we can perfect that by the end of the summer. How's that sound? Will, have a great weekend. Yes, thank you. You as well. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend out there. Safe travels, bud. Yes. Safe travels to Tampa. Safe travels. Hope you have a wonderful time on board the Islander. If we don't hear from you until we see you on the 7th of September, it's going to be a great time. Can't wait to meet you all. Again, tune in on Wednesday as we come to you live from Star of the Seas. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there. If you're catching us in the replay, thanks so much for tuning in and watching. It's a pleasure getting to spend a little bit of time with you, a little bit more than an hour. But otherwise, go out there and make it fun, have fun, be safe, do all the things that you need to do. And we'll see you on the next live Sail Talk Saturday or